imagine eating chicken nuggets on a water slide?
I would not advise you do that.
Soggy chicken nuggets. He needs to try the new.
He want to be swim, sir.
He's got to try the new. Berry Blast Sprite on the water slide because it's liquid on liquid. You should be fine. I love John. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. This idea sucks. Just being honest. There is no world where Jey Uso beats Oba Femi. There is none.
No.
I don't care if you have all 15 members of the Bloodline out there at once. I don't care.
14 of them should smack Jey Uso.
Yeah, one's spiking his own brother, and they're going to have that thing because now we're going to get Solo and Roman at SummerSlam. Can't wait for that. That's going to be a nightmare. This is where we tell you that you probably should have sized that before we put it.
You know what? Maybe it's just a running bit. See, there's no other show where you watch your own intro on the screen. Nobody else does that.
Well, we do it here. And aloha, mother fathers. Welcome in another edition of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. Moving to a different venue. We are not in the studios today of LPV Productions, though we are still brought to you by LPV Productions, of course. And Peter Tellep, who will be making a great appearance tonight on the Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell show as the meme of the week. Did you see that picture, by the way?
I did.
Dude,
I did.
So good. So good. I wish he was here so I can give him shit about being the Indians, the AAA call-up that wasn't. The way he was looking like he was in that batter's box.
Although, to be brutally honest, we might need him on offense these days.
You might. You're losing to some rough teams, man. I'll tell you what. But how's the race to the bottom in the AL Central going?
It's a sprint to the bottom. We have not. I don't think we've won a series since the All-Star break. If we have great pitching, the hitting ain't gonna follow.
Listen, the AL Central is the NFC South of the MLB. Like, there you go. The winner's going to be 8-9. Winner's going to be 80 and 82. Like,
true, but this 4-team race will soon become a 3-team race. The only shot Cleveland has. The schedule in the second half of this month is a little bit more friendly, but at the same time, we had the easiest schedule coming out of the All-Star break, and we're now 8-16 since the All-Star break. So,
felt that in my soul.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Well, you could be in luck. If you like, subscribe, punch that notification bell at Inside Edge Net across all the different socials you see right there, bottom of your screen. Great chance to figure out what we have going on. Obviously, I'm now part of the evening crew as well. Thursday night, or I should say Wednesday night, was interesting. A mix of me taking a nap too late, and then also having the issue of technical problems. Like, I'm at the desk ready to go at like a couple minutes after 9 when I get the call from you. Like, hey, what the fuck? And I can't answer it because my phone's up here. I'm like, oh, I'm texting like, okay, I'm going to get on it. And then like, I can't get the mic to connect. It was a whole fucking thing. I got reprimanded. Don't worry. He brought out the paddle. He whipped my ass. It's no big deal, but it's fun. It's an opportunity, obviously, to check us out.
This afternoon.
Oh yeah, for sure. In the evenings. So you know what's happening. Like, subscribe, punch a notification bell. Hey, check out our website too, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. If you want the full scope of what we do, everything from personality profiles, amazing headshots, to great quality pictures we have of each of our talent, with good personality profiles too. The full show and schedule rundown, who's on weekly, who's on daily, got you there, and the merchandise store to boot.
Do you want me to leave Eli alone about his headshot?
No, I just bring it up because it was ridiculous. It was a good picture, and you're holding a beer. Like, you're the leader of this network, and you're holding a beer in the middle of a pub, and that's your picture you chose. Like, you had an option, good choices. And I'm pretty sure at some point in your 10+ years of being in professional media, you've taken a headshot before. So, like, I can't believe you chose that as your picture, and you're going to criticize Eli for looking like the off-brand Twilight character that he initially was supposed to be. Like,
hey,
come on.
I wanted to show, power to the people, Power to, which is funny because I have not, since I've taken that photo over a year ago, I have not consumed that much beer since. So,
and probably for the best.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, do us a favor to check us out on Roku. You can download the app. Just search Inside Edge Network, whether it's on your phone, your TV, wherever it is. You can take us wherever. Big thank you to Roku, partnering with us here on the Inside Edge Network. So this is a little different. I think this is the first time I'm in charge of running the show.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm excited because again, you texted me like during the day, like, hey, I put the graphics and the banners and stuff. I have video in here too and photos. I'm like, bruh, I'm like, run it. I'll just offer my analysis and we'll be good.
I'm running the play, Oos.
Yes, you run the play. I just follow. I'm not going to be like Solo and just be like, pew, pew, pew.
Hey, man, y'all right back there? Yo, he's too good at that. Like, that was, yeah. I'm almost kind of bummed because now he's gonna be a part of this Roman Reigns thing. That's probably gonna be his next match, I would assume, because just because Jey Uso beat him doesn't mean he has to listen to Roman. Roman's got to beat him and pull him in like he did with Jacob.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a whole thing, and people are behind Solo now. So that match, for all the upsetness or whatever it is, I mean, that I was about getting back into this. Hell, it's in the intro video at this point, as far as how I feel. We're gonna get it, and I mean, Solo is looking like a little rough, but
man, you see that little spit there off his mouth there?
Oh yeah, I picked a good picture.
My boy looking sloppy.
Hey man, the gear looking great. Little trying to match his tattoos on his arms. He decided to put it on his pants, so good for him. But oh man, this is what we're getting. I mean, at least this version of Solo, I think we both can agree, is probably the best version we've seen. I mean, is that fair to say?
Oh, I 100% agree. I mean, what makes Solo, and here's the crazy thing, listening to the crowd, there were some who, I don't think some in the crowd are still all the way bought in on Solo's character change. They don't, some don't know. They didn't watch him in NXT. I didn't watch him in NXT. Like, the same guy who didn't say more than 2 words in like 2 years, all of a sudden it's like the funniest dude in the class. Like, it's the most popular guy in the class. Like, wait a minute, where did this come from? I think there's a little bit of shock, Kyle. Like, this guy is like funny as heck. But I love it. I love it. And you could tell the crowd is starting, as they're learning about his character, learning about his personality, they are buying in. I love the fact that every single threat delivered by Jey Uso sounds ridiculous. And Solo is saying that this is ridiculous. And now he will not get his wish. And the family will not leave him the heck alone because, he's going to. I thought Monday, Kyle, I thought him rejoining the bloodline was going to be the worst thing in the world. I don't feel that way anymore.
I think because, like I said, it's not going to be this like, okay, he's going to show up and he's just going to acknowledge Rome. I highly doubt that's what's going to happen. They've been saving that interaction between those two for quite some time now. Like, it's been, I'm sending Jacob over to SmackDown to talk to Solo. Then the Usos are there. And Roman has not physically come face to face with Solo since Survivor Series. When it was Bloodline versus OG Bloodline versus MFT or whatever it was that the thing? I mean, like, he has not seen him since then. Face to face, in person, like, talked, had a conversation, whatever. So it's going to be, they're doing a good job within all of this, within the weeks of booking in between Roman being on TV, of being able to make those appearances feel like there's something special that's going to happen when he does. So
now here's my, I know fans who, and I felt this way too this past Monday, like, oh no, he's joining the bloodline. Congratulations, Triple H. You're killing the heat of Solo after 3 weeks of phenomenal babyface work. Listen, here's the one area where we got to be very careful here. Let's say Solo does not join the bloodline. Like, he doesn't answer to Roman Reigns and he's defying the bloodline. He has his ultimate babyface moment to end Monday Night Raw this upcoming week. Well, here's the problem. There is no world where Solo's going to beat Roman Reigns in a match for a title. In no world is that going to happen. So if you went through this whole, oh, Solo's the ultimate babyface that's going to take down the bloodline, it wouldn't work because you're not booking Roman to lose to Solo. So it's almost better to book Solo kind of how you're booking Jacob Fatu, where you have no respect for the Usos. You're in partnership with Roman Reigns, basically.
Yeah, and we talked about this before too, man. There's no one on the roster right now not named Obafemi that is going to be Roman Reigns for the title currently as it stands. We'll talk about the other person that could maybe get to that point a little bit later in the program. But unfortunately, that's just how they booked them. Like, this is what it is. Like, and they're going to keep dancing around that for however long. If it's WrestleMania, if it's sooner, I have a pitch later for you that maybe you might be interested in involving all
I'm
involving all
intrigued.
that is more about the future and less about the Roman Reigns. But yeah, it's the pros and the cons of bringing this all back, right? Is that okay? We know it's captivating. We know Roman's a star. He's going to draw eyes when he does show up. We know the bloodline thing was huge, and it was probably the last time wrestling really felt really important was in 2022. All that stuff when all this was going down and everything, or whatever year it was, 24. I can't for 2020, but so a couple years ago.
They all run together these days, buddy.
Honestly, dude, yeah, it was an even year. I know that. Yeah, there was an even number at the end.
I saw something earlier. The very first Field of Dreams baseball game was back in 2021, and that seemed like ages ago.
It was. Dude, I was in a different state.
Yeah, 5 years ago. Craziness. It was the Yankees and the White Sox.
Hey, listen, time flies when you're a racist, all right? That's the bottom line.
Allegedly. The one time I actually used that term appropriately.
Appropriately, right. Every other time it's legit. But I mentioned the bloodline, the plot thickens, because it's not only, the whole Solo, Jey Uso, now the Roman Reigns factor of, is Solo going to be back? What's that going to look like? But we got this the other night in NXT. And I'll tell you what, we were talking about this dude for quite some time as fucking advertised. Good Lord, he came in and made Grayson Waller and Cruz Montana, Mike Santana, Carlos Santana, whatever you want to call him, look like mid-card jobbers. The way Zilla Fatu looks. Honestly, Double A, I'm putting a strap on this dude tomorrow. If I'm
I was just going to say that. We are in lockstep with that.
And he is running the house for a year. Like, let him run through Stand and Deliver in 2027, and then you can call him up to the bloodline or call him up to the main roster or whatever. But, I mean, come on. This dude was amazing.
Oh, yeah. It let's be clear, too. The NXT men's roster, no disrespect, it's kind of unwatchable right now. I mean, you got good pieces. Grayson Waller and Cruz, Carlos, Mike Santana, they're a part of it. And, to an extent, because he's a cornerstone piece, Tony D'Angelo, right? But none of this, before what happened this past, none of it's compelling. And I'm only talking about the men because the women, they knock it out of the park all the time. But, yes, give him the title. And here's the other key, too, Kyle. Now that NXT is on it's been on television for a minute now, but now you could acknowledge on main roster programming, hey, Lil Cousin is doing this at NXT. Lil Cousin is dominating in NXT. Nobody's touching Lil Cousin. And then you can kind of slowly introduce Lil Cousin to the main roster in a year or so. But you just have, anytime Raw or SmackDown, you do, all right, NXT recap, Lil Cousin's dominating the main event scene. Absolutely. Tuesday or maybe probably, what's their next show? NXT, I think Heat Wave. Do it whenever it's your first opportunity to get him the strap. You do it, and you make them run with it. Absolutely, I agree.
And like, so he interrupted the main event, which I believe wasn't it a number one contenders match between Grayson and Mike? I'm calling him Mike Santana. Fuck Cruz Montana. It's so stupid. He's not cruising through Montana. His name is Mike Santana, and he was on the show before named Mike Santana. So like, it's so fucking stupid. But that's one of the dumb WWE quirk things where it's like, we do you not own the name,
dude.
Like,
he's one name change away. I'm just gonna call him Michael. Okay, you screw up, you're Michael.
I'm gonna call him generic wrestler number 4 with the spinning clothesline as his finisher.
Yes.
No, dude. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with that now because obviously they put Grayson Waller in to be the disruptor, right? And he's done a good job of that. Like he's touched different younger talent. The Saquon Sugars, Deion Lennox stuff. I mean, it's fun. I told you Deion Lennox could be. He's a Braun Breaker type guy. Where in a couple of years we're going to be talking about him as one of the guys, that is probably on the main roster at that point, at least the mid card champion, if not pursuing world title opportunities. Like Sugars is one of those guys too, where if he gets it together, he could be someone that people get behind. Put the baseball bat down. You're not Sting. He's turning into the Black Sting, and no one wants to see. Like it's like just kick someone's ass because you're tough. You can do it.
Yeah, yeah. I've been a little disappointed at how Sugars has been presented in the last few months.
I don't see anyone in his way. I don't see anyone for Zillow who's like, yeah, that guy though. He's gonna like him and Deion Lennox would be the match I'd want to see down the road. If you're waiting to kind of crown Deion as that next guy, in the interim, give it to a dude that's been dominating the indie scene for a long time now, who's been world champion in every promotion he's been in, and who's got the vitriol and the bloodline to be able to hold it up. And I guess the one thing that sucks about the fact that it's bloodline is the fact that this dude and most of the people that have been put in that spot, kind of worth it. Maybe besides Jay, as far as overall wrestling ability, I mean, his ability to connect with the crowd is up there with the best of them. But Solo, good, really good wrestler, someone who's now getting to show more of the promo side of his work and being able to show that personality. I mean, Zilla's a killer. Dude is Jacob Fatu is going to be another one of those guys we know that's going to be a main event level talent for the foreseeable future. Zilla is right there. And there's, again, it's part of that pitch later I'm going to talk to you about. But I mean, yeah, huge.
Well, and also, I think every member of the bloodline is cheered right now, except for Jey Uso, and even Jey Uso to the extent in the main event he does
he came out to his old entrance.
His old entrance. Yeah. Did you see the lady real quick? Did you see the lady that tried to follow him to the ring? And the security guard, he walking to the ring, and the lady's like this, like, yeah. And the security guard's just like,
no. Also, can't wait to see LA Knight put on a luchador mask. That's going to be fun. Because that the white guy putting on the luchador mask worked so well the first time. Let's do it again.
Right.
And then the second time it worked, and then the third time it worked. So
right. Grayson Waller, I do think, because you're not going to book Zillow as a heel, right? You're going to book him as a babyface, correct?
I don't know. I mean, he's going to get cheered because the way he operates, it's kind of like the Oba thing where he's just going to be so dominant that it's going to be like, oh, okay, fuck me. People are just going to think he's cool.
So more than likely, he's going to get cheered like a ton. So I actually like Grayson Waller in this row then at that point, because he's not going to get, like, he's the heel in this situation. No doubt about it. The heel, he's somebody that Zillow's going to have to plow through. But that doesn't hurt Grayson, because Grayson can talk. Grayson can build up a good championship match, good championship feud. Again, another Oos, another bloodline. Like, I like Grayson Waller in this row short term. I really do. But yeah, because the men's division of NXT has been stripped of any lick of identity, you have this guy. You have Zillow. You make them run through it. And I can't wait. You need people at NXT, to be brutally honest. And I'll say this because we stopped doing reacts because we were busy.
We're still busy.
since we stopped doing reacts, I've had a hard time really getting invested into NXT, like the full 2 hour program. Like there are certain parts that I love, but the main event men's division, other than Grayson Waller and to an extent Michael Santana, I have had no interest really in it. So I have a reason to tune into NXT. I don't care what the storyline is. I have a reason to tune in. I can't wait.
He's going to draw eyes just because being part of that family, being a name that people have talked about now, seemingly for a couple years. Like, hey, when are they going to pull him in? When are they going to sign him? When is the contract up in MLW? All that stuff. And it is, and it was, and now he's here. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun to watch what he does down there. And I don't think he's going to be in NXT for too long.
No, no,
I
no, no.
don't. Yeah,
I agree. I think you have. Actually, let me ask you. Let me flip it back to you. How long do you think he'll be there?
I think through Stand and Deliver. I think he'll be there. I think he'll be like post WrestleMania. There's a chance, the thing I'm going to talk about later, that maybe he does get called up before then. And there'll be a reason why, which some people will be excited about and some people will not like. I think maybe you'll be one of those people that doesn't like it, but still, um, there's an avenue in my head where he gets called up for a certain reason to take on a certain person for someone. But again,
So real quick before you get to that later in the show, let's say that doesn't happen. Let's just say NXT, you got him until Stand and Deliver.
yeah.
I'm just thinking of guys he would feud with.
Well, first, I mean, if it has it your way, Grayson Waller would beat Tony D'Angelo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then Grayson Waller is the champion. He probably only defends at one time against Zilla. Maybe
Right.
maybe you give him a match against Ruth Montana and he beats him. So he gets
Michael.
at least Michael
His name on this show is
Fonseca.
screw it.
Yeah.
Screw it. Executive decision. His name on this show is Michael.
Eduardo Rodriguez.
That's who he's fighting. Yes.
Maybe he gets like a token win against him, a one title defense win. Then he faces, Zilla. And, I mean, I could see the match probably that I would imagine because no one else is really. I mean, the Mason Rook kid is there. He's not really taken off like I think they wanted him to.
What a shock.
Is Miles Bourne someone that makes sense? I don't know. I mean, he's the North American champion, right? I don't know what he's doing. I feel like I haven't heard his name except
I haven't heard much, but you can build him up.
He's most famous for wearing Stephanie Vaquera's fucking devil horns before he went to work on this past Tuesday. That's what he's known for now in that video. That's pretty much it. So I don't know. Looking very undead. Hey, good, but I don't really. Deion Lennox is the guy I circle just because I just see the potential there. And once he gets out of the mid card feuds and he starts getting into the main event again, like he was before, I mean that match would be insane. Like it would be two just pit bulls going after each other, and I think that is, to me, if I'm Shawn Michaels down there, I circle that match and I say that's my Stand and Deliver main event. How I get there, I don't know. But like that's the match I think people are going to want to see in what is it, like 9 months from now, whatever it is.
Yeah, and I'm letting Nick Khan, Triple H, the powers that be, please let me keep these two through Stand and Deliver. I get it because again, I understand Shawn Michaels, part of a team, things like that. I understand. I get it. He's probably very frustrated that a core of his guys and women were called up basically at the same time. And I wonder if that will be a topic of discussion. But business has to be done. But I'm just saying, those two in particular, Zillow and Deion Lennox, please let me keep them for Stand and Deliver. And then after Stand and Deliver, do whatever you want.
Well, one will stay, and I think like Deion's probably the more likely person to stay down there and have a reign, because at that point Zilla would have had his reign.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and Deion can get that win, and I'm not mad at Zilla losing it. Like I think that's fine at that point.
I'll take it.
But I mean, it means you probably get like a good 5-ish to 6 month run with Zilla as champion and just crushing people. Like it's I'm totally cool with that.
And that's what it should be. That's what it should be. Because again, you're referencing like the bloodline is dominating, and it's that little league idea. Like, hey, we got more coming. Like, we're building an empire here, and you really push that, and you get some appearances too. So I like it, but I can't wait for later on. I may eat these words. I can't wait to hear your idea.
I've got a few.
What's to come.
I've got a few. And so does WWE. They're cooking a little bit on SmackDown right now. And these two guys are part of the reason. It's going to be good.
Let's go.
It's going to be good.
Let's go.
You can tell they fucking hate each other too, which is awesome. Like, I love it. And I know people get like uncomfortable and all that stuff like that. I love it when two guys, like you can just we know Seth Rollins and CM Punk don't actually hate each other. Like we know there's a lot of general respect there. Punk came back. I'm sure they had conversations. Seth wouldn't have worked with them from the beginning, if there was issues. But KO was kind of out of commission when Punk was really coming back. Like he was on a different brand. He wasn't really around as much. And he got hurt and he was out for over a year during Punk's, run as champion now multiple times. When he was really given that spot in the company and told, hey, you're going to be the guy here. And now he's back. And this initial promo, you can tell. We got friends that don't like each other. We don't fucking really like each other that much. I think there's respect, obviously, between the two of them. But there's also generally Phil, not my kind of guy. Generally Kevin, fucking glutton over there eating all his fucking chicken wings, not my kind of guy. Because, CM Punk is now jacked out because Kevin Nash gave him the body shaming treatment. Like, so he's busting out 6-packs and looking like he's taking fucking GLP-1s in reverse. He's getting fucking swole. And Kevin Owens is like, I can move my neck, which is important. Like this is gonna be fun.
When I was because I don't have the USA Network. I have Sirius XM and WWE Radio, which is a very unique experience because I can listen to SmackDown. And when they didn't talk on the microphone to start the promo, I know the in-person attendance in arena crowd was frustrated. It's like, we got a microphone, use the mic. But man, I loved it. I'm like, first off, when you call that man Phil,
it's on the back of his shirt. Can we start there?
Listen, it is. I didn't even catch that until like over the weekend. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now we're running with this.
I love CM Punk, and I know one of our friends doesn't, but the whole oh, you're gonna call me Phil when it's on your fucking t-shirt. Come on, bro. Like, it's not an insult anymore if someone calls you by your legal first name if you're fucking wearing it. Come on. So don't get offended because he called you Phil.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Apparently CM Punk, we know his trigger points now, Kyle. We know you can't call him Phil. We know you can't steal his bracelet.
Don't talk about his wife. Don't talk about his dead dog.
Do not talk about AJ Lee or his dead dog, Larry. You bring any of those up, that is the end of the promo. That's it.
You're done.
You're done. That's it.
You're Balin Dupree at that point. You're done. That's legit what it means.
Man, but my fear going into this feud was eliminated within the first few seconds. I'm like, oh no. We're going to have another babyface versus babyface CM Punk feud. And that's with all due respect to CM Punk, that's not the best way to use him at the top of the card. You got to have somebody who flat out doesn't like him. And Kevin Owens delivered, on that front. And Kevin Owens, he's been in WWE for a long time at this point, so he knows how things were like before. And I think it's going to be, and these two are very different people. It doesn't mean you can't cheer for either one of them. You could cheer for both.
They will both get cheered.
And they will both get cheered. But I like that even though they're both good guys, KO, he hates Phil. And CM Punk, the honeymoon period of Kevin Owens is going to be done. I mean, I'm very curious to see.
My friend. You were meeting my friends in the other place. You hit him with a chair and you said the mean thing over eating muffins. And just because I eat muffins all the time, that doesn't mean that you can eat a muffin and say some mean things. It's like, okay. Like, dude,
Yeah, good. Enough of that. No more of that. Screw that.
I was waiting for him to say something by name because technically Punk can say whatever the fuck he wants. And it's like, I'm waiting for the, oh, are you still mad because your little Bucky friends were having some issues with me over in the other place? Like, I'm waiting for that line to come out. Like, there's got to be something. Because, like, the Sammy thing is one thing. Sammy, like, their friends are cool, but KO and the Bucks, it's like it's well known. They're like,
Oh, it's
and
coming.
those boys are wasting away over in the other company. So like, they need to get relevant again real quick. So WWE needs to mention. So that's what it is.
Oh,
But
it's it's coming. Now, what's key is going to be, I think, what their title match is next Friday in Toronto.
yeah,
I don't envision that being the end of the feud. I think there's way more legs to fire off, but yeah, what a start. I think right now, Kyle, SmackDown has by far the two best feuds with KO and Punk, and then also Cody and Randy.
yeah. Thank God they're actually leaning into that too, and it's not going to be a title match. Like it's because we talked about this months and months and months ago. It doesn't need to have a title. Like when Drew McIntyre won from Cody Rhodes, and all that stuff. We were like, if Randy somehow finds a way back to Cody and it's not for the title, we're not going to be mad at that because like they really don't need it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't. Or Randy can be champion and he can be heel Randy, and that's when Cody can go after him. Like that, because that'd be at least way more entertaining. Because
Right.
Randy as an asshole is going to be a lot better, and now Cody leaning into being an asshole too is going to be great. Fuck you, fuck me, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like he's doing the whole thing. Like yeah, it's great. Like that was the line I talked about it before we came on. Like it was you gave me permission. You gave me permission. You self-centered, cocky son of a bitch. Like that was, yeah. Like Cody is getting called on his shit right now. Like he thinks he's so important. It's the old adage, you were one of the boys. You were the guy that was hung out, and then you became the guy, and now you think that your shit doesn't stink anymore. And the guy who's always been the guy since he walked into the company is like, no, it doesn't. Like
Mm.
it's you're still one of those guys compared to me. Like that's it's the story they always had. And like I said, I want this Triple H Randy Orton 2009. I want Randy going to Cody's house in Atlanta. I want him petting the dog. I want Pharaoh in the fucking in the vignettes. I want the kids in the cribs and Randy going up because he's Uncle Randy and they trust them or whatever it is. I want him French and Brandy, like, oh yeah, no worries, like she loves me too, all that stuff like that. Like, I want the whole fucking thing. I want Cuck Cody. That's what I want out of this
I
story.
just want to say, on behalf of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast, despite the fact that Kyle owns a cat, not a dog, I just want to say that we do not hate dogs on this program. We love dogs. We love all shapes and sizes and things like
Hey,
that.
Pharaoh is a beautiful dog,
but
and that's what I call that bitch.
yeah, but dogs need to be mentioned and dogs need to be,
Yeah, when you put
whatever.
him on the side of your fucking bus and the rocks throwing your face into it, yes, I want to see Pharaoh when Randy goes and breaks into your home.
One of
Breaks
them
in. He's got the spare key.
right. One of them should mention, I'm just saying this in passing. I'm like, you know what? I don't like dogs. I don't even like Kirk Herstreet's dog. I don't like him either. I'm like, what are we doing?
There's the
I do
ESPN
like,
plug.
though, that I think both of these feuds in some way, you are addressing, to your point, kind of the ongoing theme of the main baby faces of CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, where they're both extremely popular, but they're both corporate. They're both, let's call it for what it is. I mean, CM Punk, since returning, and again, we both love CM Punk. Our friend Jake does not. And I think one of the reasons, he has told us, but CM Punk has gone corporate since returning to WWE. And I want Randy Orton to point out, dude, you're full of it. You're full of it. Same deal with KO. or with Cody, same deal with KO to CM Punk. It's like you're full of it. Both of you are full of it. Like this whole corporate stuff, it's got to go.
It's time. Yeah, and I think there's more layers that need to get shed because you can only do the American Nightmare shtick for so long. They don't
And I
want to make
think,
the same mistake they did with John, where they waited too long to turn him, and then it was abbreviated, and it wasn't really. You didn't really get a full run out of that you really wanted, probably in the long scheme, long term way of things. But
and real quick before we move on, I think Kyle, there's personal motivation with both Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton not to let the WrestleMania feud, where anything that could have gone wrong went wrong, to not repeat it again. I think there's personal motivation. Part of it was out of their control. Like, I believe Randy was supposed to win the title at WrestleMania. He got hurt. But throwing in Pat McAfee, running a different story than what this is. I think there's personal motivation with both guys to knock this thing out of the park because they don't want to let the WrestleMania feud define their storyline.
right, because it didn't feel like an end with all the other moving pieces, like you mentioned, and all that stuff. It was, we need a more definite end to that kind of feud because those two, since Cody came back, it's been like, hey, that's always the thing they can go to. Like, we know it's gonna be pretty good, and Randy doesn't really have anything else to fucking do. So besides going for championships and feuding with old people that he used to, fight 15 years ago, like this is an opportunity where he can lean into this now and Cody Star, and they can be that match can be a street fight in the main event at Saturday night's or Sunday night's main event in Atlanta or whatever it is. Like they can do that. It will take the place of a title match on that show because of how good that feud is.
And Randy Orton mentioning, as long as I have air in my body, you will never win the WWE Championship ever again.
Oh, it means Cody's gonna have to kill him.
We're
gonna see murder.
Honestly,
there's been a murder in Savannah.
That could be, since we're talking retirements here lately. If Orton has made it clear that this is his final run,
which I doubt,
but I'm just throwing it out there. If he's making it clear that this is the final run, then Cody got to put him down at some point down the road. He's gonna have to put him down.
That is a good point because Cody made that when he said, "You're the last legend here." Cena, Styles. I mean, he didn't obviously consider Rey Mysterio still wrestling technically, but like, which I'm sure Rey's like, hey, hold on, Levato, what the fuck? He's.
I didn't get bounced off a trailer for nothing.
I got lawn darted 30 years ago, and I'm still fucking here. But like, he had a point as far as like those level guys. It's like, get ready, you're kind of like the last one really hanging out. Like, who would actually? And maybe this is a topic for next week. Who should retire? Because it's going to happen at some point, despite him looking like better than he did when he was 24. Randy's not. He's in his late 40s now. You can't do it forever with his injury history. Like, sure, he could pop in here or there, but like at some point, someone's going to have to be the person to give him his last match to be that person. What do you think it should be?
Could it be Cody? Could it be a younger guy? I mean, could it, if Randy Orton's leaning into the ultra heel type situation, and that's going to be his role until the end of days.
There's one correct answer.
No, not him.
Yep. He ain't
Absolutely
doing shit now.
not.
He ain't doing nothing right now.
Absolutely not. No.
No, God, please, no.
You take that back right now. No, no.
See, the thing is, though, I said it, so I can't really take it back.
Give me Oba. Give me a laundry list of other names. Give me
the career killer. Give me Gunther.
You know he's going to retire Brock, right?
Brock's
no, I didn't slip up when I said that just now.
Brock's done, man. Brock's done. He went on Pat's show. You know it's real now. But by the way, poor Pat McAfee. You do one thing with President Trump, and he's apparently canceled. Yeah, I asked Rob about that on Sunday because he said goodbye, Pat. Like he's not making 125 million from ESPN. Like he's not the most popular host. Not named Stephen A. Smith. They have. Shut the fuck up with your political bullshit. It's still Pat McAfee.
And you
Like,
know what though? Pat has a ready-made feud too with CM Punk, who called him out on that.
you're fucking right. The only thing I don't like about Punk is his politics. But that's
I don't know if it would ever work. It probably wouldn't. Nobody has tried it. But what if you had a politically driven character?
Donald Trump's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Is Bobby Lashley considered like the Tiger Woods of pro wrestling then? Because Bobby was a Trump guy, and I mean,
oh man, where's Chappelle's show when you need him?
I can tell you where Dave Chappelle's not going to go, but he should, is our friends over at Brothers Lounge. They are an amazing new sponsor here of the not only the Side Hustle Wrestling podcast, but the entirety of our network here at the Inside Edge Network. AA. Talk to us a little bit about our friends over at Brothers Lounge. You had a chance to obviously to interview the owner, to be there with me, with everyone from Moon Bash, and we've been there a couple other times too, just taking in the live entertainment. It's really a one of a kind of experience here in Northeast Ohio.
It's a very unique very unique business because it's not just, oh, they have great food. Well, guess what? They have more than great food. Well, they got great drinks. Well, they got more than that. Well, you can listen to music. What kind of music? Everything. I mean, literally everything. Plus trivia. Plus open mic night. A ton of things. And did not even realize Brothers Lounge has been around since the late 50s, but it is phenomenal place to be. Happy hours usually between 5 and 7 o'clock on weekdays. That's
also happy hour is never 1 hour. Like whatever, is it a thing? Like, I don't go to bars, so I don't know. I never really have. So like you frequented the bar scene a little more than I have over your tenure.
That's a good question.
It always feels like happy hour. Oh, happy hour 4 to 8 or 5 to 7 or whatever it is. Like, why is happy hour not just an hour?
That's a good question. Alexa, why is happy hour not just 1 hour?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
She ain't fucking sure because she's still drunk from last night's happy hour.
But you got what? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. What I do know is that the Brothers Lounge has great food, great drinks, great shows, great environment, great vibes, all that stuff. You can check it out. West side of Cleveland, West 117th in Detroit, in Cleveland, Ohio, that Cleveland Lakewood border is there. Check it out for sure, the Brothers Lounge. And we'll be doing some stuff this fall with the Cleveland Browns Sundays from the Brothers Lounge. Cannot wait.
BrothersLounge.com is where you can go to find out more information about what they have going on during the week, whether it is, as I mentioned, the open mics, the different things, the entertainment that's there, the amazing food menu, the drink menu, all that good stuff. It's all at your fingertips. If you still aren't sure about Brothers Lounge, watch this. Looking for an iconic Cleveland music venue that features premier entertainment, spirits, and food? Well, look no further than the Brothers Lounge. They offer a variety of live entertainment acts weekly, along with a diverse selection of beer, wine, and fine spirits, not to mention Chef Wynn's food menu, which has been crafted with traditional American fare with a modern twist. So come on out and enjoy the warm hospitality and make some new friends right here in your backyard. For more information, head over to brotherslounge.com and check them out for yourself at 11609 Detroit Road. That's right near the border of Cleveland and Lakewood. The Brothers Lounge, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Please support the new Inside Edge Network by liking, subscribing, and following us on your favorite social media platforms. That's at Inside Edge Net across Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, X, and IG. And don't forget to download our new app over on Roku. And as always, thank you for supporting your favorite shows on the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader for news, talk, sports, entertainment, and mental health. Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans, dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to InsideEdgeNetwork.com under our Partners section to find our link to check out all of what Fanatics has to offer. Fanatics, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Clean energy, bold flavors, no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. Over 15 different flavors to choose from. Order Dubby Energy right now and find out more information by checking out our partners page on InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Also, use that promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of handcrafted candles made with clean, minimal ingredients. Every product thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks to offer long-lasting burn and rich fragrance. Find out more about Alley Rose Fragrances by checking out their link on our partners page at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. And if you're a first-time customer, use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. I gotta say, man, like I sat down this past weekend, and I'm gonna do one of these for me. I'm so fucking happy with those commercials, dude. Like I put hours into those fucking things, dude. I was like, you know what? Because we had the old like, hey, check out the QR code in the corner of the screen bullshit that we were doing originally, and we nixed that like a week into me having those commercials out. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, it's just,
first off, I just want to say you did thank you for all of your help with that. The commercials are fantastic. Second of all, we had a QR code in the corner. I told this to Eli. I'm watching the network when I was out about a month ago. I was out. I'm watching the shows. I don't know why, but that QR code, I'm like, it pissed me off. Like, I told you, I'm like, take that off. Not even realizing for like a couple weeks after, like, oh crap, in the script of the commercials, we always say use the QR code, use the QR code.
Yep.
Oh, no,
so I had to go through.
anymore.
I obviously recorded a couple of New Brothers Lounge spots for us, and then rewriting a few things to make sure, like the website, because that's where we want you guys to go to, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Because it's where you're going to find everything. So it's nice, it's easy. The logo's in the corner, so just add .com to it. You know where you're.
Can I point out something real quick before we get back to the wrestling? Because I don't get to talk to you on air about sports occasionally.
Okay.
Have you looked at the Cavaliers schedule?
Was it like 17 primetime games?
Yeah, and you know, with NBC.
What do you want? What do you want? I mean, like they're not,
I think everybody's on in prime time and stuff, but that's not what I'm getting at. Look at their schedule from November 2nd all the way to November 13th. They have a stretch where they have OKC back to back, then Philly, then the Knicks, Charlotte, then New York again, and then Miami.
Hey, get them out of the way early. Get them out of the way early. Get them while they're fresh.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this Cavs season, at least to open up, it may not be pretty. I'm just going to say
Right
that
now, if this team, because right now this team still hasn't signed James Harden as of this reporting. They still haven't done anything. They've only lost pieces.
Mhm.
Like, they don't look like a top 3 or 4 team in the East right now. They're looking like maybe we're going to be a bubble team. Maybe we'll get in at the 6 seed, maybe the 5 if we're lucky. Like, I don't know. I could think of like 5 or 6 teams right now that are better than the Cavs in the East.
Would you entertain? We talked about this last night on Midnight Run. Would you entertain a Kevin Durant trade?
Sure, if it means you're going to get Fred Van Vliet too, hell yeah. That's your point guard. He's 6'2", 6'3". I think he's bigger than Donovan Mitchell. So I mean, you're not getting great defense, but Donovan doesn't have to bring the ball to the court every time. He can focus more on scoring. KD can play the 4. Evan Mobley can play the 5, and then at the 3 again, you're still kind of in a weird spot, I guess. Like but you can fill that spot, and I feel a lot better about Kevin Durant than I do about Jared Allen, even despite the age difference.
Right. And
Plus,
somebody
you're
who
bringing
actually moved the needle.
Well, you're bringing LeBron's kryptonite. That's the one guy who he hasn't been able to really be consistently in the playoffs. Granted, it was with Golden State and that team. But still, I mean, all OKC series set aside. I mean, that's the Kevin Durant for all the dumb burner accounts and all that stuff. I mean, he has a point. He should be mentioned alongside LeBron. I've been in the league 18 years. I've won, a couple championships. I beat LeBron to win them. Like, I mean, I don't know. It feels like maybe I should be considered. He should.
If he comes here, we got to find out what it's going to be tough, but we got to find out what the burner account is. And the Inside Edge Network will be following that burner account. And maybe he can have a burner show. Maybe he can just do a show on the network and it's just all like.
It's just Kevin Durant tweets from his burner account. Yeah. Yes. That's one of the tasks of one of the interns we bring on is to, hey, you're going to do a show for about a half hour every other week, and it's just going to be reading Kevin Durant tweets. I'm giving you ideas.
I'm writing that down. That's actually that's a brilliant idea. I'm writing that down.
Well, you know what else is a really brilliant idea, and I appreciate you bringing that up, my friend, is getting these two in a ring together. Because it may just be the future of this business. But the big question, is it going to live up to the hype? Boba and Braun Breaker for the first time, at least on screen, on WWE television, were in the same ring on Monday Night Raw, and they had to be separated before any blows were thrown. I'm excited for this. And I'm going to let you answer this question first, Double-A, about is it going to live up to the hype? Because this plays into my scenario I was talking about before when it comes to potential WrestleMania opponents. So do you think that this initial feud, because they're going to do something and there's going to be a match soon, I'm assuming, relatively soon, whether it's Saturday night's main event, whether it's, Money in the Bank, whatever, there'll be a match or they'll be intertwined somehow in a feud for the immediate future here. As these two pitted stars, we've called it, it's like the John Cena, Randy Orton thing. They're going to be around for the next 10, 15 years, both of them. Like, do you feel like initially this is going to be able to live up to the expectation of being the next big conversation over the next decade plus of the two big stars of the company?
Initially, yes. I don't understand the foundation of the feud and it's fine. Braun Breaker looking to earn Paul Heyman's respect, which is fine. But hopefully, I would imagine if this thing continues to go on, I would hope that is not. I hope they're not fighting for custody of Paul Heyman. This should be truly about who's the future of WWE, and honestly, who's the present of WWE? Who is that guy? If they could focus more on that and less on the custody of Paul Heyman, then I'll really, really be happy with the story of this feud. But I think to answer your question right now, they have they're going to live up to the hype. I do. I think so.
I think for now, Paul's part in this has been more of the I'm elevating this to a main event level feud by just being a part of it, even backstage. I'm making it feel like it's big because it is. Like me being involved, me talking about both of you in that light is putting you in a spot to be elevated to where we're going to consider this the main. My pitch,
Real quick, let me add real quick.
Sure.
The key is going to be, in my mind, I don't personally believe that Braun Breaker can knock out Obafemi and stand tall over Obafemi in any way, shape, or form as a fan. So I think it's going to be critical on Monday or these following Mondays. Braun has to be put in a position where he puts down Obafemi in a break apart feud or something like that. I need to visually see Braun Breaker standing tall over Obafemi. I just wanted to add that in.
yeah, I think you probably will at some point. I can see it. I just need to actually see it. So I agree with you. I think we both can understand it can happen, but we need to see it to like really like get into this. My pitch is that this is your WrestleMania main event. I talked about we may not have maybe last year and maybe this year is the last two manias where the old guard is still kind of up there, like the Punks and the Romans and those guys. Before these ones take over, fuck it. I want that. I want Braun. I want Oba. The crowd wants Braun. They want Oba in that spot against each other, and they just want to see all hell break loose. I think you can get there by finally incorporating The Rock back into the Bloodline storyline. And who else to wrestle Roman Reigns by proxy than Zilla Fatu at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia as your night one main event. With The Rock in Zilla's corner, so he doesn't have to wrestle, because I don't think he really wants to. But I think he wants to do something with Roman before it's over.
Mm.
And whether that means actually wrestle him or it means just be Roman, this is the new face of the Bloodline. He's the youngest of the group. He's the most dominant of the group coming in. He's coming off the NXT run, whatever it is at that point. That's my pitch to get Zilla up before Stand and Deliver, because then he'd have to be in Saudi Arabia to be able to do this. And I want to see that. I want to see my night two main event it's literally, this is our future. This is Obafemi as champion, beating Roman at Royal Rumble or whatever it is, getting cost by Zilla and by The Rock or whatever it is, building that story through. And Braun Breaker either winning the Rumble or winning Elimination Chamber and getting into that match with Oba. And that being like, oh, fuck, okay, now we're here.
Man, I hate you right now. I hate that I like that idea.
I mean, because like,
I
let's
hate that I
be
like
honest.
that
On
idea.
SmackDown, that's going to be the nostalgic brand. We're going to get Punk or Cody or Drew or KO or one of those guys probably as champion going into Mania. And because Trick's not going to be champion going in yet. It's not his time yet. It will be soon, but it's not yet. Raw feels like there's an open. Whether it's going to be Oba winning at WrestleMania or whether it's someone going in where that's going to be where the youth movement really gets, capitalized on. And it's going to still going to be good stories on SmackDown. It's great television. But Raw is the brand where it seems like the opportunity is really going to start to come up.
The only thing I would flip is probably Saturday and Sunday in that scenario. That's the only thing I would flip, just because
Really?
I think, because, and here's the reason. Because in the scenario that you're laying out, you're actually positioning Zilla Fatu to be the new face of the company, which is not a bad idea if that's your plan to go that route. But he's the one in the ring with Roman Reigns and The Rock, in that scene, not Braun and Obafemi. So they would get the bigger spotlight. They're the ones that would get all the flowers with Saudi Arabia and everything like that. Now, if you still make Oba and Braun one of your main events, your Saturday main event, they still would get that spotlight. Definitely would get that spotlight. You would look at Nick Khan and the powers that be in WWE and say, leave this alone. Don't get McAfee involved. Don't get anybody else involved.
No.
You do your thing. But I think your scenario, you're putting over 3 new generational superstars, but maybe the one that's in the match with Roman Reigns could be the one that's leading WWE into the future.
And can I be honest with you? In that match with Oba and Braun, I'm putting Braun over. I know it sounds crazy right now. But
Sell
Oba,
it to me. Sell it to me. I'm willing to listen. Sell it to me.
Okay. At that point in my mind, I think I'd have Oba winning the title at Rumble. I think that's when he gets his title match against Roman finally. He eventually cashes in finally and gets that title match. So Oba would have had a 4 to 5 month reign as champion. Not every title reign needs to be years long. Like
I
but
agree.
It's still a solid run. He'll defend it a bunch of times, whatever it is, and dominate like he should. Braun's gonna need that moment to really solidify himself as the guy or one of the guys for the future. So winning Elimination Chamber, winning Rumble, whatever it is, he's gonna need that crowning moment. Whereas Oba, I kind of feel like he already has it. I kind of feel like it's already a foregone conclusion. He's going to be the guy for the next 10, 15 years. Like he's in that spot, he's solidified in that role. Whereas Braun Breaker, it still feels like maybe there's a few questions, despite having all the talent. Despite we know like it's a booking decision away from being that kind of guy. It feels like he needs that moment. He never got it. He hasn't got it yet. I still don't think if he wins the Rumble or Elimination Chamber, that's his moment. I don't think that's it. I think the WrestleMania moment in that spot against someone who is a peer, someone who we will look and compare him to for the next 10 to 15 years, can put him over the top. Plus, on the Monday Night Raw afterwards, you could have Zilla come out with Braun celebrating. You could have one of those Spider-Man meme moments where it's Oba, it's Braun, and it's Zilla all in the ring doing this at each other.
Yeah.
And it's like you're looking at the new trio that's going to run this place for they're 20 between 26 and 28, all 3 of them. So they're going to run it for the next 10 plus years.
Because here's the thing too. Like we've had those moments in the past. They don't happen often, which makes it special. They don't happen often. But every, I would say 10 to 15 years, you have that moment. You have your John Cena and Batista have both arrived moment. They're both here.
WrestleMania 21. Yeah.
Right. I don't think it's ever been a case where you've had 3 guys usher in a new era. We've had 2. You have somebody's enjoying their music outside. You have I'll bring it up because
you know who it is?
Who is it?
It's Antoinette Alford.
Hey,
she bumping that shit, dog.
Hey, listen. Oh my man, that's like a whole other human in that stomach. My goodness.
You look great.
Well, up top I did. Man,
I you look great now.
Well, thank you. But you know what? Let me ask you this then. Paul Heyman, does he need to be on Braun Breaker's side if he wants to? Like, does Paul Heyman need to align, or does Paul Heyman align with Braun Breaker this entire run?
No, I think at some point Paul unfortunately aligns with Open. I think that's just it just seems like we're going down that road, and it also gives Braun. I think Oba can be either. With the attitude he has and the way he wrestles and how he does what he does, it's kind of that Brock thing where people are going to cheer him, they're going to do the chants, they're going to do whatever, but then when he starts wrestling, he'll get whatever reaction he's going to get that he wants. Whereas Braun, I feel to get to that next level with him, he's going to have to be a babyface, the badass Braun Breaker, the I'm going to kill everyone, coming in with the leather jackets, looking cool, that kind of shit. He's got to have that kind of persona, and Paul brings him out of it. Less spectacle, more like, no, I'm that dude that gets the drink down the street, but also I'm going to kick your ass. That kind of the Stone Cold type build, but obviously with key differences.
You can see and this is just a more state of the union type of statement. every single wrestler that we've talked about, they're like, oh, if they're presented more seriously, right? You strip away their, their comedic aspects. You see, oh, they all look better, all of them. I mean, and I lump that in because Dominic Mysterio in AAA looks he's money in AAA versus compared to how he's booked on Monday Night Raw. All those things. Back to Oba and Braun. Oba does not have to wait until WrestleMania to cash in his King of the Ring opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, in theory, he could challenge for the title at Money in the Bank, Survivor Series.
And you know who I have win Money in the Bank and who joins them in the ring? Because it's not just 3. There's going to be 4. I got Javon Evans in the ring with him.
Okay, that's going to be a little bit of a tougher sell. Javon Evans.
Maybe.
But you got Javon Evans winning Money in the Bank?
I think if you can't, there's not going to be an LA Knight thing. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you guys that are LA Knight fans. He's not winning anything. Like this is just what it is. He's in his spot. He's a main event level talent that will probably never win a championship at that level. Think of like the Sami Zayn type thing where it's like maybe at some point down the road he might get lucky and get a tiny little reign, but it's not. There's no long-term LA Knight plan of being the champion and leading the company. There's just too much talent now. He missed his window. They missed his window to book him in that role. And now with all these young guys, it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
The other person that could possibly win that could be Trick. If it comes down to it, I think I could be swayed to have Trick in that spot instead of Javon for now because Javon's still so young. And Trick is more aligned with these guys age-wise, timing, all that stuff. He's 28, 29 too. It fits.
And I think if Trick is in that spot, you're probably having him stay on SmackDown and winning the SmackDown championship.
Yeah,
from
so
either CM Punk or Cody Rhodes.
The Monday after WrestleMania, you can get away with having everyone on the same show, and it could be like oh fuck, this is the new generation moment because look at all 4 of these dudes. You got the world heavyweight champion, the guy who just beat Roman, the guy who went to war with Braun for that title. Then you got Trick or Javon who has the briefcase. I'm highlighting 4 people in that spot, and it's like, and I almost want to have Triple H come out at the top of the ring, at top of the ramp at that segment, and do one of these, like almost like an usher in, like here we go.
What 2027 should be about though, because the vets will still be there. They're transitioning out, but they ain't leaving just yet. 2027 should be, hey, these new guys are here. The old vets don't want to give up their spot. They want to reclaim their spots.
You just booked the
and
War
one
Games
by
match.
one, they should be put down.
Honestly, you just booked the War Games match. Cody, Randy, Punk, Roman, versus Oba, Braun, Zilla, Trick. Like that. That's money. It's a crazy. It's the new guard and the old guard.
That could work. And here's the thing too, because let's say Fatu wins that title, or he wins. Yeah, he wins.
Well, he beats Roman.
He beats Roman. Let's say
essentially becomes the head of the table. He takes The Rock, anoints him on Raw as the new head of the table.
That's not a one and done match, but you're not running that match back the next night on Raw. That's say Roman takes his traditional time off. You run that back at SummerSlam next year, or
potentially
whatever,
or whenever. Yeah, I mean,
or whenever,
maybe you don't. I don't know. I mean, it could be one of those things where Roman just kind of acknowledges it, like, you know what? Yeah, okay.
And we did not mention too, and this is where things get tricky in a good way. Even the stars that are still here now, even Jacob Fatu, where does he slot in all this? And
him and Zilla are boys.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'd imagine he have a place as Zilla's right hand man in his new bloodline. So
I would be open to that. I would be open to all of that. My only thing is, could they stretch Oba and Braun? Like, Could you stretch it? Do you have interruptions in between in order to run it back at WrestleMania?
I would do a thing where they fight now and it always ends in a no contest. We never get a true answer about who's better. Both looked good. Oba dominated. Braun made Oba look human a little bit, whatever it was. But Oba obviously has a bigger fish to fry with Roman and getting that championship. And Braun's still kind of sitting on the outside like, I did really well in this feud, but I'm still not looked at as that guy.
Mm.
And it eats at him and eventually he gets that opportunity and the crowd's behind him because they saw how hard he worked and how good that match was with Oba. And they're like, yeah, we want this. It's organic. And
do
you
that.
could still love both of them because they're both going to be around. Like it's investing in the future of your organization, not because just to do it. These guys are ready.
Yeah.
Like they're legit ready to go. Like Braun's been on the main roster for 3 years now. Like he's ready to go. Oba has only been on since January, February. But like, dude's first match was against Cody. He blew the roof. I mean, like, he's ready to fucking go. Obviously,
A lot of those guys are ready.
Trick has exceeded expectations. I think Javon, with the new attitude change, the way he connects with the crowd, the way people are getting invested in his matches, like in 9 months after WrestleMania, I could look at Javon and go like, okay, 23 now, like he wants to break Randy's record as the youngest champion ever. Like I could see his timeline in his head is like, okay, I gave them a couple years. Now it's my turn. Like,
and I just want to point this out too. I know two of these guys are not in the rundown for today, but you do need solid mid-card to upper mid-card heels, right? Somebody that no matter what they do, you're not cheering them. And I want to point out that these two guys in these last few weeks have done an outstanding job in their rows. On Monday night, Austin Theory. I do want to point out that Austin, he has to look. You could tell they're starting to let him open up a little bit more. And there is no scenario where I'm cheering for him or Maxine. They're doing the job. And then on SmackDown, I do want to give props to Baron Corbin.
Sure.
Same deal, where you need, in order for all these other folks to like get over, you need solid heels. And I think those two, and I'll lump in Grayson Waller in NXT. I think those three, they're doing their job, and you need natural heels in that mid-card, or in the case of Grayson, the main event scene, and to make all of this work, to have somebody that Oba and others can feud with on their way to the top. And I think they're doing an outstanding job.
I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Dom too in that, from a standpoint of once he starts getting booked seriously again, which it feels like maybe they're moving away from the Danhausen stuff now, which is good. Like he's the Eddie Guerrero of this generation, literally now.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have all these giants around him, and it's going to be like Dom's going to get a couple title reigns because he's going to be Eddie, essentially.
It's time to book him like Eddie then. You know, it's time. Yeah, it's time to shift into the seriousness mode. Like it's time. Like he deserves it. If you notice, by the way, Danhausen since SummerSlam, not really heavily featured. I think it was that Joe Hendry. It wasn't taken well, that segment. No. So he's back to now in commercial breaks, in arena stuff, and that's it.
It's like after the debut, a little bit of time to cool off before you throw him back in front of everyone's faces again. For the best. You know, it wasn't for the best. You're probably wondering, why is this caption on the screen? I have no words. I'm just going to play this, and y'all tell me what you think. What the fuck are we doing? You know, it's bad enough that you took the money feud away that would have actually drawn beyond the smart fans, AEW fans, the MJF Will Ospreay main event at Wembley, and you decided to throw it out for Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay because that's what all the fans in London want. Sure. or make it a triple threat. I don't know, because that's actually what people would be okay with. It's one thing to also delegate and relegate Adam Page to the Trios Championship, now feuding again with Swerve, just so we can have a New Day fucking debut at All In, which will be fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. It'd be good to see those two. I'm curious to know what name Kofi Kingston comes out as, because he's not going to be Kofi anymore. We're going to get Austin Creed, but I don't know what we're going to get out of Kofi. So that's going to be
other
fun.
people who got Austin Creed. Sorry, bad joke.
Wrong company now.
Yeah, wrong company.
She's always been a WWE girl. But like Chris Jericho re-signing with that company was the worst decision he's ever made. I got to watch him take a screwdriver to Tommaso Ciampa's head, because that's what we're doing. And then now this fucking garbage, because Don Callis and the circle that he just goes around constantly is now somehow involved with this, because Don Callis apparently employs half the roster. He's daddy to half the fucking team at this point.
And you don't know half of their names.
help me understand. Like for as up and down and hot and cold as WWE has been, and we've been critical of them too, because they've had some tough stretches here. It feels like we're in a good stretch right now with WWE, where like, hey, Roman's involved, the young guys are getting good platforms. SmackDown's delivering on some, believe it or not, some actually, even though it's older, with Randy and Cody, a fresh-ish type version of that feud. KO and Punk is a fresh feud we have never seen before, and we're getting this bullshit in AEW. I don't want to watch. The only reason I want to watch AEW now, All In, is because I want to see New Day, and that's it. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
I can't answer that for you, buddy.
You made a joke that, like, and honestly, unfortunately, it's true, man. AEW would be really good if it was just fucking pay-per-views and they didn't have a weekly TV show.
Yeah, because again, I've watched a good number of AEW pay-per-views. They're long, but I've never been disappointed. I've always been at least entertained from what I've seen on the pay-per-views. But the weekly shows, it's their refusal. Listen, not everybody needs to be WWE. I just want to make that clear. Not everyone needs to be that. But you do need a lick of professionalism and maybe a producer or two. If you're going to do spots, you got to know what the heck you're doing. And that clip, there's no excuse. You're talking about two young guys. Veterans.
Yeah, you're talking about Jericho, who's been in the business for 35 fucking years, and then Don Callis, who's been in longer. Like,
yeah.
So guys that they can't hit their spot. They don't know what's going on.
That's alarming. That's beyond alarming.
This wasn't fucking Lee Moriarty versus, bungee jumping boy or whatever the fuck the other, the insert random name on the roster because it's huge that they have. Like, these are two guys that have been around forever. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe they've been around a little too long and they forget where the fuck they're supposed to be. Because Grandpa don't fucking know what's going on in the ring. And Chris Jericho should have took that retirement tour in WWE, because it would have been the most relevant he's been since 2019 when he joined AEW.
He didn't want to.
Nope.
He didn't want to.
He wanted to put black fucking makeup on, and he wanted to screw jive Tommaso Ciampa's head.
Because he has basically full creative control in AEW over his character. So that's hey, listen, we could be in that last segment that we just talked about, like all the transitioning of the new era here at WWE. Like Chris Jericho, in terms of name, would have made a ton of money in WWE, but he would have lost out on creative control. The more alarming thing, Kyle, too, is kind of what you just brought up just a second ago. When your veterans are glaringly missing their spots, and they're doing it on national television, not a house show, national television. Now you're showing a complete disregard of the art of pro wrestling in the first place.
It's lazy. It's like you don't care. There was no creative, like, okay, so he's in the middle of the ring, not where he's supposed to be, so I need to figure out a different way to get in there, distract the ref, take a turnbuckle off, whatever you got to do to get him away from him so you can get in the ring and do the spot. Not literally get in, look at him, Jericho go, no, 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 and then him get out of the ring, reset. Jericho's got to drag Tomas or whoever the fuck, I don't even know who he had in the fucking walls. Got to drag him to the end, and then so he gets a screwdriver in the head.
Yeah, and then he gets hit anyway. That's
You
the
saw
other
it
thing.
coming.
Yeah.
You saw it coming from a mile away, and you still did it, you fucking idiots. Like, this
Why
is what
would
I'm
you
talking
do
about.
that?
So stupid. Like, it's not the fact that you messed up the spot. It's the fact that how dumb you look pulling him into it.
Why would you do that? Like, first off, if I'm Don Cal, whatever. Who's calling me? I don't even know who's calling it, but apparently Jericho's calling it.
Yeah.
If the spot calls for what it did, oh crap, he's in the ring already. Do the spot.
This is worse than a botch, because at least in a botch, hey, it's an athletic move or it's something where like you misstepped or whatever it was. Like, botches happen. We can understand. Like, you can slip on a rope, you can do whatever. Like, that happens, and we'll still talk about it. But like at the end of the day, we get it. Like, it's a business. Things like that happen. This kind of shit just looks bad.
It's terrible because I know there are some educated AEW fans.
Debatable.
I said some.
How many teeth do they have? How many teeth?
Okay, maybe a few.
Can they count the number of teeth? And do they have the ability? Do they have the cognitive function to be able to count the number of teeth that an adult should have in their body? And how many are they missing because of all the fucking crack they've done?
For 7 years, they have tried to, like, hey, you got things have changed. You got to check us out. You got to check us out. WWE is stale. You check us out, check us out, check us out. And I'm sure somebody, it happens every week, somebody, you know what? It's Wednesday. Nothing else is on. My baseball team's losing. There's no football. There's no basketball.
I want to really sit in the misery. I want to sit in that misery. I want to feel that pain. Let's play
you know
this.
What? Fine. It's on. I'm flicking through channels. Let's see what's going on at AEW. And then they see that.
Yeah.
You lost that fan forever.
I want to know. I would love to know how many people clicked off of that when that happened, or if they just weren't paying attention, they still kept watching. Like, people that were actually intently watching the show, all a couple 100,000 of them, because they're losing people left and right. Like, I'm curious to know how many people go, oh my god, just fucking clicked off. Like, what the fuck was that? Even hardcore fans that are okay with this shit. Oh, well, it's different. It's different. How is that good? Well, it's only one time. Like, dude, pick a show. I guarantee you there's 4 or 5 moments where something like that fucking happens. It's loose. It's sloppy. It's not together.
Yeah,
this is what they do.
It's too many times that happens.
If Tony Khan didn't have $1 billion, this would not be on TV. It would not be on television. Like,
right.
If he was a normal investor and it wasn't a thing where he was having his playtime with his daddy's money, this would not be a fucking show because it wouldn't be good enough. No network would pay for it. It would not be
It's just not acceptable for that. To do one little other AEW point though too, like, we really don't have anything else for Hangman Page to do and Swerve. We have nothing else for them to do. Swerve says
they missed the boat.
Swerve, both of them. Whatever. Like, Swerve says, I take my eye off of you for 1 second and you slip up. They're just gonna. You know what? Here's my proposal, Kyle. I want Hangman Page and Swerve to have a best of 101, best of 100 matches. Give me a best of 100 series between those two.
Careful, you might give Tony Khan an idea.
What if they did it? What if they did? Hey, we're going to have a best of 50 series. Might as well. They ain't got anything else for them to do.
We're going to wrestle in every kind of stipulation. No, that they've incorporated trios titles now. So
unreal. By the way, during the break, I did look up on Google why is happy hour only an hour.
Yeah, what'd you get?
And I've had no actual like good responses. All of it is just, well,
It's
we need
'cause
to make more
Google's-
money, so we're going to extend the hours.
That makes well. Also, you're losing money because you're selling drinks at half prices. Oh, but it's more. Okay, I mean, capitalism is confusing sometimes. But like,
Boy,
yeah, I
don't
don't.
you love it? Don't you love? But again, AEW will have the pay-per-views will be fine because they
You know
don't
what's
have to actually
always. You know what's
do
always
spots.
fine.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's our friends. Not only across all of the different things, but our friends over at Brothers Lounge. And if you don't believe us, take a watch. Dine, drink, and dance at the premier spot in town. It's time to check out all of what our friends over at the Brothers Lounge have to offer. Everything from weekly live entertainment, a wide variety of different beers, wines, and spirits, and an expertly crafted American fare menu with a twist courtesy of Chef Wynn that'll make your mouth water. So, what are you waiting for? Head over to the Brothers Lounge at 11609 Detroit Road or check out their website, brotherslounge.com, to learn more about what you've been missing out on. Brothers Lounge, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autograph by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source for authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease, thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Check out sportsmemorabilia.com by heading over to the partners page on our website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. SportsMemorabilia.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of handcrafted body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. They offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances, perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you and your special someone. Learn more about all Ellie Rose Fragrances has to offer right now by clicking the link on our partner page at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. First-time customers use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. EllieRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northeast Ohio, but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more by checking out Mosser Moments Photography's link on our partners page at the InsideEdgeNetwork.com website. Mosser Moments Photography, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, we have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Thank you for your support from all of us here at the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader for news, talk, sports, entertainment, and mental health. Okay, back here on the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. More spots than normal because I'm running the show. So we need breaks, especially if we talk about AEW. I need a cleanse. I need
I saw you get up and kind of walked around your studio just to say, okay, the last 10 minutes did not happen. I got to get that out of my system.
Suddenly my lower back got really stiff. We're almost out of time. We're almost done with the show, man. But we have to talk about this week in wrestling history before we send everyone on their way for the rest of their Friday here on the Inside Edge Network. Which, of course, don't forget the evening block. It starts this week, this evening, Friday night. The last time that I'll be leading in because next week Autumn is back with the Daily Spiral starting at 8 p.m. So mark your calendars on that. like, subscribe at Inside Edge Network. But Inside Edge Net, I should say, rather. But she'll be 8 to 9. I will be 9 to 10 with Unfiltered. Again, 10 to 11:30 is the Inside Edge Primetime show with Chad and Eli. Chad puts up with our assistant program director. I don't know why. Maybe because of the title at that point, honestly. And then this fucking bum comes on from 11:30 to 1 and does a show, kind of. It's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
That's actually in the tagline. Kind of good.
It's
I would
underneath your.
advise you, do not watch Tyler Perry movies before you do a show. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, it's in your bio under your beer drinking picture on the website. But it's a great lineup, so make sure you guys tune into that. And obviously, once Browns get going, we'll be at the Brothers Lounge on Sundays doing some coverage and having all the good stuff. I think I'm going to officially throw my hat in the ring to do post-game coverage because I'm better at lambasting people than I am actually previewing it. So it makes a lot of sense to kind of have me on the back end, no pun intended.
Yeah.
It's not just because I'm an ass guy. It's because that's always ass.
Okay.
Always.
Well, you know, if we see with the Cavalier post game shows. But they gave you reasons. Well, I'm saying that like the Browns would not give you reasons. They're going to definitely give.
And
you
because
reasons.
my Saints are not going to have any prime 10 games either this year, it's going to be great because they'll both be up play at 1, so I can be mad already anyway, legitly, and not have to fake it because I'm not a Browns fan. I was a fan at one point of these two gentlemen.
Man.
And it's, of course, our This Week in Western History. Remember that trio of matches they had that culminated in a crazy scene? The 2 out of 3 falls, the big matches that just went down. And this was critically acclaimed. Dave Meltzer was coming in his pants. So excited. He just couldn't hide it. Had to change his jeans 3 different times in one night.
AEW Dynamite did not exist yet. The weekly show did not exist yet.
No, they were still in the ball sack of Tony Khan before he jizzed all over the wrestling community for the past 7 years. But these guys put on some pretty damn good shows. Johnny won his first championship, his first NXT title. Adam Cole, Undisputed Era. Remember that group? Oof.
Yeah.
God, the good old days.
Yeah. Good times, buddy.
And you brought up a good point. So what's going on with these two fine young gentlemen? One's been planking 13 years too late for the past 6 months on any SmackDown show he can get on. And the other just keeps getting fucking concussed and can't stay healthy because he works for Tony Khan.
Yeah, so you probably thought, that was what, NXT TakeOver Toronto back in 2019. And I think we probably thought, both of those guys were going to become like superstar, especially Adam Cole.
We thought for sure, like I told you since I can remember, that I thought Adam Cole was going to be in the conversation. He was going to be this generation's Shawn Michaels, essentially. A guy that's just kind of can work. He can have a faction. He doesn't need one, but he can. Like, he can talk. He can do everything. And boy, how that didn't fucking.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the big thing with Adam was just the injuries. Concussion, severe concussion. He was supposed to compete at AEW All In Texas last year, and he had to vacate the TNT title. He didn't have the match with Kyle Fletcher, and we have not really heard from or seen Adam Cole since I think his last public appearance. I mean, through social media, but the ALS challenge and stuff, the Ice Bucket challenge, but really,
that's really good for the brain. Let's dump some fucking ice on it.
Brought that up. Are you kidding me? You got a severe concussion.
I get it.
A bucket of water to your head. Okay.
Like, you want to support Rebel. I get that. But, like,
we got to be smart, ladies and gentlemen. Smarter. And so you can still be a dummy, but you got to be smarter.
Yeah, no. And then Johnny, I mean, yeah, he always kind of felt like he was going to be a
Oh, that phone screen. I think Kyle got a phone call. Yeah, he got it. So I think what's interesting here is we work to get Kyle back on there. I think with Johnny, you talked about like, what's going on there with you know, the planking and stuff. And there's a bigger topic at hand with Johnny in terms of, hey, what do you do between what Johnny chose to do, which is just simply, continue to put up with whatever WWE is doing, and to go 6-7 months without having a real story. And then his partner, Ciampa, who's in AEW, he has a little bit more creative control, but less eyes are on you. And I think that becomes a bit tricky when you really, really think about how you go about it. And with Johnny, it's just, he's a Cleveland guy. So you always root, for Cleveland. I remember going to, he was involved with a comedy show. I remember participating, going to one of his comedy shows. He was fantastic. But it's just unfortunate, with Johnny, because in order for him to stay with the company, he's chose to do this story with the planking where there is no story. So that part has really been bothersome in terms of what's going on and how you deal with Johnny, how you deal with that. But and the other unfortunate part too, and we'll see if we get Kyle back on here momentarily. The other unfortunate part here, Kyle, is just like WWE released the rest of basically that SmackDown tag team division where they had like 5 teams and stuff. But they got rid of all that, and then Johnny's the only one left standing, and they're giving him nothing to do.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. And sorry, guys. Again, I get a phone call in the middle of recording, and I have to
I figured that's exactly what happened. Like, oh, you got a phone call.
So I know why now. Like, I wasn't able to hear Eli and all that stuff before because I was never running the show. Like, because you're already in the thing, and you exit out. Even if you close and you kick the other person, the old file, that means you can't hear the new person, I think. So that's
okay.
So you have to kick the other thing, and then you have to leave again and come back in. That's when I can hear you and everything. So like that's
okay. StreamYard. Okay.
I'm learning now, which is great. I've learned so many things. I've learned that Chris Jericho is an asshat. I've learned that this whole thing is just wild with AEW and Adam Cole not being able to stay healthy. Johnny Gargano counting the days, I'm sure, until his release. I'm sure he'll get his match with Punk at some point. He'll get that match. I think we all kind of want to see that. And then,
on the SmackDown. Yeah, he'll
that'll
get
be it. Yeah, it will be a non-title main event match or some bullshit. Because what has he done to earn a title shot, right? But I don't know.
I mean, that's ridiculous, though. 7 months of, I mean, I know you could justify it by, every wrestler will do this. You justify it by saying any time on television is good time it's real estate. I get it. I can listen to that if you're the general manager and you're on television 2-3 times a show. If you're in the Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis role, I can listen to that. I can't listen to that what are you doing planking? What story are you advancing?
Even if you're doing something that's comedy driven, like the R-Truth stuff or whatever it is, at least you're doing something. Like you're being active in a story or whatever it is. Like people are just doing stuff around John at this point. He's a prop. He's not part of the story. He's a prop in other people's stories. So it's for someone who is known as Johnny Wrestling, the guy that can wrestle circles around people when he's technically sound. He can do all these things. My only thing I can think of is he hurt? Like is he to the point where he can't wrestle right now? So and Triple H is like, I love you, I want you on the show, and you're hurt. Are you willing to do this because it was funny a few times when you kind of did it before and you snapped out of it, but then you got right back into it? Like do you want to he's obviously not, but that's the only thing I could think of is like, what the fuck, man? Like this guy is so good at this. You mean to tell me he couldn't add to the US title scene right now? He couldn't be a Baron Corbin foil or one of those kind of guys that's working to try and, work his way up in the mid-card scene. You could use him.
So is the story now going to be Baron Corbin walks backstage? He sees this guy planking. He's going to push him off. Is that going to? Because nobody has pushed him off.
No one's even touched him.
Does he like turn into a different animal or something if he's touched?
He's Festus when the bell rings.
Could be.
He's
Could
Luke
be.
Gallows when the
Could be. Hey, listen. Like, here's the key. And I know he's dealing with serious family stuff.
Yeah.
Outside the television show.
here in Cleveland.
The only good saving grace is that he is here in Cleveland, and SmackDown is in Cleveland on August 28th. If there's anything for Johnny, that could be the show where we see something from Johnny.
But that's going to be a long show because they're double taping.
Yeah, and like
'Cause of Labor Day, yeah.
every star is going to be at that Cleveland show.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's going to be much for Johnny.
And I mean every star. Roman's going to be there. Obviously, the full roster of SmackDown. Everyone's going to be at that Cleveland show.
Yep.
On the 28th. We can't go to that show because we're going to be working.
Yeah, fuck, man. He'd had to get that together with the CVC schedule, right?
That's all right, though. I can't wait. It's going to be year 4 for us in the booth for CVC. So we'll be back on the road a week from today. We'll be back on the road.
Was it West G and Barry? No,
Fairview. We'll be at West G, West
Fairview?
Geauga for that matchup.
It's gonna be fun to watch Fairview because they got some guys that graduated. So who's stepping up now on that team?
And West G was another team. We didn't get a chance to cover West G last year, but I believe they had a playoff appearance, and they had a really strong season last year. So you got two teams coming out of the gate, coming off of playoff appearances. Can't wait to. We've been doing so much with the network and everything like that. I can't wait to open up the books and get back into prep.
I may need to borrow your printer depending on how things go because mine's been taking a shit.
Oh, see, there's a problem with that. I need to buy new ink.
Yeah.
So my printing has been done at the community library. Yeah.
I may have to do the same.
Yeah, and until we'll break the fourth wall until some things start clearing. Can't really buy new ink at the very moment.
My problem was I bought new ink for my printer thinking I was going to be good, and it still comes out spotted. So I don't know.
My problem is apparently the ink cartridge that I bought, which worked for like almost a year. It worked. And then my printer did an update, and all of a sudden it's not compatible with my ink. Ain't that something?
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, these updated printers. I'm like, just give me the old school stuff. You know, just give me the old, whatever you had in your classrooms or whatever. Just give me those. The ones that when they print, they sound like, give me one of those dial-up printers.
It sound like a retarded dolphin. Is that what you were going?
Yeah. Hey, they had to get by, you know, next to your globe in the classroom and stuff.
And now we know that the retarded dolphins are bi as well. So there you go.
That's enough wrestling for us this week.
I think we've hit our quota. Again, we did this differently as far as being in a remote spot. Thank you for letting me run the ship.
Oh, no problem, dude. I see, you know, unfiltered and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, you could, and you already put the stuff in, like, run it.
I'm getting too comfortable with this bullshit. I need to
Guess
make
what?
a scene
You might
or
do it
something,
again next week.
The way things are, just because moving to 9, normally how this works, again, the fourth wall thing, we record Thursday nights to air Friday morning. And because I'm not done at 6 o'clock, I'm done at 10 o'clock now at night. I'm definitely not driving my happy ass back into Parma that late. So we kind of have to adjust a little bit, whether that means doing shows earlier, you know, recording them in studio, or just doing this. I mean, this could be the thing we end up doing for a little bit. So, but
could be. And again, you know, we will be back in that studio at some point. But yeah, and Pete's busy too. He's putting together, I think, a whole new graphics package or whatever for the football games.
Yeah, you know what? Busy work. You know, he's never.
You know, he's training to be a new baseball player. That's what he's training for.
I can't wait for it. It's gonna be so. Y'all, I've seen some of the memes already. They're fucking crazy. It's great. So I'm looking forward. Tune in, guys. Don't forget tonight. As always, for all the week, when it comes to our nightly block, next week it balloons into 5 hours of amazing content, 5 hours plus. But for now, still from 9 to 1 a.m. tonight. Starts with me with Unfiltered, rolls all the way through from Inside Edge Prime Time to That Guy, Double Anthony Alford, and Midnight Run. Next week, Autumn Chisholm joins the group in a different time slot from 8 to 9. It's going to be great. It's been fantastic so far. We've done really good with numbers, people watching. It's really good. So many people watch it. A lot of people like it. Not.
I'm about to send you those Super Trump 64 videos that's been circulating on social media.
Have you seen like the Harry Potter Trump AI stuff where he's like, Trump ruins Harry Potter and he comes in and he's like bitch slapping Voldemort and he's like,
I have not seen those. I've seen the Mario, and then earlier today, someone made a Scooby-Doo cartoon on President Trump.
Tell you what, I made this comment too. Like I to someone I know, like ever since rejoining Twitter, like the videos I've been seeing has been just really, it's been special. Let's call it like that. We'll see you guys tonight. We'll see you throughout. Double will be back too during the weekend for main event on Sunday, where he is going to remind Rob Ruzicki that Pat McAfee's not going anywhere just because he did one appearance with Trump. But nevertheless, I'm sure Rob will get really upset about that.
Was that your printer?
No, yeah. My printer is like the Tesla of all my electronics. I can program it to have different things. Like, when you do the horn with Tesla, you can do like different sound effects.
Yeah.
Mine is Rob trying to explain his thoughts. But nevertheless, we appreciate you guys here in the Side Hustle Wrestling podcast. We'll be back next Friday. Until then, have fun, be safe. Don't watch AEW if you want to have like a good time. Because let's be honest.
Don't suck. Don't miss your spots.
We know
if you
ours.
miss your spots. Don't run it back and do it again.
Get out. I come back.